students. Here is another section of portfolio examples. So I'm going to show you several other sustained investigation examples in this video. If this is the first video that you are watching in this series, go back and watch video number 1 for 2 different portfolio examples. Before I get into that, I'm going to review this slide, which I talked about in the first video in detail and read the entire thing to you. So remember that your concentration or sustained investigation is a related body of works, and you will explore one artistic concern or topic. And at the end, you will turn in 15 images of your work, but it may or may not be 15 sculptures. You may have only 6 to 10 sculptures and maybe some other pictures that show process, details, or a different view of the same sculpture. You should be investigating a specific topic or visual idea, and you will actually come up with a question that will guide your investigation. We will come up with that question later on in the semester, and then we will revisit that several times. A concentration is not a selection of works that you have done for class projects. So these first 2 projects that we do in class will actually go in your quality. They will not go in your sustained investigation. You should explore a topic that is meaningful to you, and you are free to work in any medium that you choose to. You may also, you will want to pick a topic that is broad enough that you can make lots of different pieces related to it, but not so vague that it is hard to come up with different ideas. The concentration should show growth and discovery throughout the semester. And you should make sure that you are documenting your process so that we can share that with the scorers or readers as well. So let's get into some portfolios. The first portfolio that I want to share with you in this video is Birds in Flight. So if you look at this slide, you have several different sculptures that range all the way from representational to non-objective, representing birds in flight. This artist did work with clay. They also included some other materials in their sustained investigation. So this student received a 4 in 2015, and I'm going to read to you the rationale from the reader. So it says that this portfolio received a 4 because there is some innovation and originality. The student did a good job of combining different 3D media using found forms with manipulated materials like clay. They have a good understanding and application of the 3D design principles. The level of the investigation ranges from sophisticated to superficial. So that means that not all the pieces are sophisticated, only some of them are sophisticated. And I think if you look back at the pieces, that is definitely true. There is some transformation and growth, although the work gets repetitive at times. Greater sophistication is evident in images 6 and 12, where literal expressions of the theme give way to more abstract interpretations. This is what the student had to say about their concentration. The central idea of my concentration is the exploration of birds, and that began by realistically representing birds using a variety of 3-dimensional materials. And as my exploration progressed, I abstracted and simplified in order to represent the simplicity and beauty of flight. The central idea of my concentration is the exploration of birds and flight. My first 4 pieces were created from direct observation of a variety of bird species and their behaviors using and combining a variety of traditional and non-traditional materials. As my concentration progressed, I became increasingly interested in the sculptural aspects, and how to abstract and simplify my work so that they would represent flight. I began to focus on how to represent the wings of the bird and made use of repetition to illustrate movement. I experimented with a variety of different materials to do this: paper, clay, books, and found objects. In my final works, I brought the bird in its entirety back into my pieces, but maintained my focus on flight. Image 11 is created from a book in which I repeated a variety of folds in order to create volume and movement. So that is what the student had to say about their work. And keep in mind that this written portion can either help or hurt you. There are a couple things as a teacher I would have told this student to edit and make a little bit shorter, but overall this is a good written explanation. All right, the next concentration that I want to show you is this one entitled My Space. And it looks like this is an architectural design type of 3D portfolio. And if you look, the last few pieces look more abstract. All right, so the rationale for the score, which was a 5 in 2012. Now remember, 2012 was a long time ago, so they are a little bit harsher now. I do believe that this would still score very well. I think it would still make a 5, but sometimes, depending on the other portfolios that are submitted, this might be knocked down to a 4. The reader said that the work embodies a clearly articulated theme and demonstrates a process of growth and discovery. Definitely. The work shows original thinking and using architectural forms to convey broader human themes. The work evidences a strong understanding of 3D design issues, including balance, scale, linear rhythm, and volume. In documenting the work, light is used to effectively dramatize the forms. However, the play of shadow in the background sometimes interferes with the clarity of the forms. So be careful when you're photographing your work. The effectiveness of the work is compromised by lack of attention to clean joints. That's why I did not get a 6. In some cases, blobs of glue are apparent and distracting, especially in that detail shot. I don't know why you would include a detail shot where the adhesive is not perfect. Overall, though, the concentration is of strong quality. The student commentary for this concentration was not available on the AP website, so all we really know about it is that their topic was their space, but I think that the reader had a lot of good comments about this portfolio. All right, I'm going to stop there and check back for some more videos about old student portfolios and the scores that they made.